Actually, like 11:50 at night. It's a late night gym. I had endorphins that I had to get out. And one thing I like literally am learning, and you hear it a lot of times, but you just gotta understand it, is your silence is your power. When you know what you pack into the table, when you know what the Lord is giving you, your silence is your power. People don't hear you until they don't hear you. A lot of times we get into this capacity that we want to talk and explain. I'm an encourager. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to uplift you. I'm going to speak the life that Christ has in me into you, because sometimes that's what we need. But what I have learned that I'm not going to do is I ain't going to beg. I ain't going to repeatedly ask. I'm not going to repeatedly say. I'm just going to be quiet, because that got to be the best thing that I can do, knowing what I bring to the table. Ain't nobody perfect. And we all working on stuff. We all have to get ourselves together. But I'll be darned if I ever let somebody make me feel less than for providing what I know that the Lord has put into me. And sometimes they're not ready to receive it. Sometimes it's not their season. They're not going to understand what you're saying. And sometimes the Lord will put them in a position to understand what you're saying. I always caution people on what they say and how they say it, and what they do and how they move, because it might not be prevalent to you right then and there. But the Lord has a way of making everything come full circle. The Lord has a way of making everything come back around. And the same people that you swept underneath the rug or that you by push will be the same people that He is going to put in your path that's going to help you. That's why you never burn bridges. That's why you watch what you say and how you say it. But that's also why your silence is your power. When you know, and you got to know when you bring it to the table. And what you bring it to the table, every situation look different. Every situation is not going to look the same. Every situation is not going to be the same. But what you bring to the table is what the Lord knows is needed, and is needed to feast on. And it's the same vice versa. Somebody's going to bring something to the table with you. When they get silent, pay attention. When they get silent, when wisdom gets silent, you have to pay attention, because that means you are not listening. That means you are responding to respond instead of responding to listen. So you're silent.